Taylor Swift finally speaks out. She breaks her silence in regards to her canceled Vienna shows. If anybody hasn't been living under a rock, you're aware that she's on tour as part of her Eras tour in Europe once again. She had to cancel some shows that were going to take place this month in August due to ISIS terror plot against her and her fans. So, she probably hasn't been able to speak out recently because of its ongoing investigation. And she finally reached out to her fans on social media. And we'll read some of her words from an article from the Epic Times. I'll leave a link in the description so that if you want to read a little bit further, you can. We're just going to comment on her reaching out to her fans. So she says, the article states that Taylor Swift had said that she feels guilty for letting down her fans after the cancellation in her Eras Tours show in Vienna, Austria earlier this month due to an alleged terror attack planned for the concert. In a post on Instagram on August 21st, shortly after wrapping up the European leg of the tour, the 34-year-old singer called the cancellation of the Vienna shows devastating, and she said she had not commented on the matter until now in order to prioritize safety, which makes sense. Having our Vienna shows canceled was devastating, Swift wrote. The reason for the cancellations filled me with a new sense of fear and tremendous amount of guilt because so many people had planned on coming to those shows. The singer also thanked law enforcement officials for foiling the alleged plan attack on Ernst Happel Stadium, the venue where she was scheduled to play between August 8th and August 10th. I was also grateful to the authorities because thanks to them, we were grieving concerts and not lives, she said. That makes complete sense. I mean, that's a very good statement. Swift's comments come after three of her concerts were canceled in the Austrian capital when police arrested three individuals who allegedly planned attacks inspired by the ISIS terrorist group of the events. Police stated on August 8th that they had arrested a 19-year-old man at a home in Turnitz, Austria, 20 miles south of the Austrian capital. Officers said the man had uploaded to the internet an oath of ISIS leader and an oath of allegiance to the current ISIS leader and confessed to planning to kill as many people as possible outside the concert venue using knives or explosives. A 17-year-old suspect was arrested one day later, followed by an 18-year-old Iraqi national. Due to Austria's strict privacy laws, none of the suspects can be identified at this time. So I guess they, in America, we would have put their name, we would have put their business out for the world to see. So what you have to understand, people, is that this, these three crazy dudes, okay, were they were intent on not only trying to get to her, but get to her fans. Okay. And the reality is they probably weren't going to get to her in the stadium. Whatever they were going to do with explosives was probably going to kill a lot of people outside of the stadium. And, I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift or her music. I don't really follow her like that. But I will tell you this, I'm glad that nothing happened to her and her fans. Okay. Many of her fans traveled from around the world. They planned all kinds of week-long vacations so they can go not only see her but visit Austria and visit Vienna and do whatever it is that they wanted to do. Many people do that. It's not. This isn't an uncommon thing with fans of any musician or any band or anything like that. People have been doing this forever. So I'm really glad that she finally was able to come out to speak. I don't hold that. She hasn't spoke about it on her in any way, form, or fashion. I believe she probably had to keep herself quiet. Okay, she probably wanted to comment it sooner, but there was an ongoing investigation still going on that was probably intelligence related, not just from regular law enforcement. So she probably had to keep her mouth shut, and she's not going to comment on anything in regards to anything like that. So again, I'm glad nothing happened to her or her fans. That would have been a just straight travesty. Again, I'm not a fan of her or her music, but that doesn't mean that I would ever wish any kind of hateful stuff like that happened to her. And in today's day and age, this is what people do, right? They wish death on one another because they don't agree on things and stuff like that, which is just a terrible thing. Family members hate each other because of politics and all religion and all kinds of stuff, which is ridiculous. Okay, and again, I'm glad that nothing happened to her or her fans, and she can go ahead and move on with her tour and continue to tour. This Her Eras tour has been going on over a year, from what I believe. I know because I have family members who went to see her here in the United States. So, uh, hey, glad that she's okay. Glad that nothing catastrophic happened. I'm glad that her fans are okay, and There's a good thing. Glad she reached out and finally was able to comment to her fans because I'm pretty sure they were waiting for awards for her. Her fans are pretty fanatical and they love her. As with a lot of entertainers and musicians, have fans that absolutely love them, and that's just the way it is. So, anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I am the big red one guy reminding you that together we must break the